Right, Katie, another interesting one here. Do I have to eat greens and veggies to get all, vitamins and minerals? Can't I just take a multivitamin pill?
Well, you could take the pill, um, but I guess it's like learning to swim by watching YouTube.
Okay, I like that analogy.
Um, I guess like whole food offers all those other nutrients. You've got the fiber, water content, enzymes, the minerals. So it's like real food is more than the sum of its parts, and I feel you would miss that in a pill.
Yep.
So that's where I come down to. Yes, of course, if you're missing vital nutrients that have been picked up by a medical professional, then there's a case for using particular supplements or a pill to help correct that. But day to day, I think you should be able to get it through all the food you eat.
Yeah, totally. And is there a danger of someone going, I'm going to eat these foods, processed foods, because I love them, lots of breads and things like that, and I'm not getting my vitamins and minerals. I'm going to get that in a pill. There's danger in that, right?
There's a danger, and there's also, if we look at how supplements and pills are manufactured in New Zealand or worldwide, there's no governing body that's actually looking at the supplements
Oh, wow.
that's in them to verify what is in them. So you could create your own supplement line and call it a supplement because there's no regulations. If
That's
it's a
scary.
it is scary. Yeah, so I
And
guess if it's like a medicine, it has to go through all the kind of channels to make sure that it's a verified medicine. We know that this capsule provides this amount of medicine, say, like antibiotic.
yep.
So you know what's in that antibiotic, or for like your iron, you know what's in that capsule, so you know that's going to be delivered to you. If it's just some multivitamin that has a range of boom, 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 so we actually know what's in that product. And
Wow.
then I think if we are looking at vitamin stacking, kind of people will take fish oil here and then a multivitamin here, but then they might also take a vitamin B12 separately.
Yep.
That multivitamin will probably have B12 in it, and then you're taking an additional B12. So you could end up having more than what you actually need or your body can tolerate. So we're seeing quite a bit of that come out where people that are taking a whole bunch of supplements, but they might be doubling up on particular minerals or vitamins, and that could lead to toxicity. So there's a little bit of that to be
Wow.
aware about.
Is there also a gut health aspect to that if you're not eating enough greens, fruits, veggies, nuts?
Yeah. So vegetables, great sources of fiber. Kiwi fruit, if you eat your skin, you get really good amounts of fiber that
Yep.
goes into your gut, feeds the gut bacteria, and then we build up on that good gut bacteria in a pill form. You're not having to do any digestion.
Yep.
It's just absorbed. So you miss that aspect of the gut having to work. And then if you start adding, say you go on this pill and then you're having this daily, and then you introduce something that's high fiber, your gut's going to go, oh, what is this? Because it's not used to digestible.
Right.
And you'll get that if someone's having really highly processed foods and then they have fiber, it's almost like your gut gets worse before it gets better.
Wow, that's really interesting.
Yeah,
Because and from a kid's or a teen's perspective, they're probably just going to be turned off by that
yeah,
feeling,
yeah,
right?
exactly.
And yeah, so is there a sort of a specific, you need to do it for a number of weeks or a number of times before it starts to get better? I know they talk about trialing a new food. It can take quite a few times if you don't like it at first, but then over time you get used to it and you learn to love it.
Yeah.
Is that similar
Yeah,
sort of
I would
thing?
say it's similar. It's probably dependent on the individual, how
Yeah,
long they haven't been having fruit and vegetable
right.
or high fiber, and then how well their gut is functioning to help cope with that.
Yeah. Wow. There's some scary stuff. Like,
But yeah, there's no regulations on supplements per se.
wow, that's nuts.
Mm.
Is it not? Like,
Yes, totally. That's why there's so many supplement companies. Yeah.
oh yeah, because it's easy to make money, right? Yeah, yeah.
There's no
Especially,
regulation for it. So
yeah,
it's not, I think if there was a regulation where everyone had to get tested on what was in it and how much, I mean, one, that'd be super expensive. Um, and that's where you've got like the whole creatine gummy thing of, coming out
yeah.
where they botched their certificates.
Did they? Is that
Yeah,
what happened? They
yeah.
just
So
faked it.
they faked the certificates.
No screwed.
Yeah, so
Gosh.
gosh, yeah.
And so was there actually nothing in there?
There's
Or did
nothing.
they have a bad batch? Like
No,
there wasn't anything in there.
and they got caught out. Yeah.
How can you do that? Like as a person, surely you're gonna get found out, right?
But there's maybe I'll pull it up, but there was a study that came out that was looking at other supplements and measuring the quantities of particular supplements in product, and they were not meeting like
I
the
think I've seen something similar. Yeah.
yeah,
There was a really large percentage of products that were not meeting what they said was on
yeah, yeah.
the
And
inside.
so that's scary from a point of, say you are taking multivitamin and you, it might say it's got so much amount of iron, and if that's not meeting the requirements, then it's like waste of money. But then on the flip side, it could be actually more than what's
Mm,
on the amount, and
yeah.
then it could be in a dangerous situation.
And I was reading something where it was saying, they turn them into powders and the manufacturers mix it
Mm.
and kind of cross your fingers that it's evenly
Even
spread. Like, 'cause there's
yeah,
no control over that. It's just we'll mix it this amount and then put it in
yeah,
your bags or whatever. And
yeah.
mm, that's where
Mm.
that batch testing is incredibly important, right? I guess that makes it clean. Do they test
They
what's
don't
in it?
test amounts, but they're looking at testing amounts. Um, yeah, it's just from the World Anti-Doping
Yeah, yeah,
Association. So
yeah.
it's just testing for banned substances.
Yep.
Um, but there are some products that are tested for banned substances, but also have all this other stuff in it that I don't really agree with. Like,
That are performance enhancing or just bad for you.
well, I wouldn't say they're bad for you, but uh, I don't really understand the reason of why that's in the product,
Right.
because it might be low amount per serve, so it's kind of probably more a marketing gimmick
Mm.
than anything. Um,
It's what that thread performance was interesting because they have so many ingredients in there that there
yeah,
must be minute
yeah,
amounts of some of them.
yeah, and I just think, well, is that really going to be helpful?
Mm. But you're right, like there's uninformed people who think, oh, shit, there's a
That
whole lot of,
more is better mentality,
yeah, there's some scary stuff.
but yeah, there's no regulations on supplements per se.
Wow.